Hey everyone, I'm going to show you some juicy Pikachu gameplay today and share with you one tip that greatly increased my damage output from the backline. Now, Pikachu is one of those underrated attacker mons, in my opinion, in Unite right now, so we'll go through the item builds and the different movesets you can run on this Pokemon. Now, before we get into all that, if you guys ever want to see this action live, we do stream on Twitch, so please check us out there as well. Now, let's talk about Pikachu. Pikachu, we normally run it in either the top or bottom lane. Both are pretty fine. It's a very, very good Pokemon, I think, in terms of the ability to use your Unite move as much as you can. Because the Unite move charges quite frequently, and so the item builds should also reflect that. Now, the items I'm running on Pikachu right now are Energy Amp, Choice Specs, and Slick Spoon. Now, we'll go through the reasoning behind these items. So, we talk about how frequently you can the Unite move really comes up, or the charge is very, very fast on Thunderstorm. So having Amp is really synergistic with it, right? With Amp, as soon as you hit that level 9, you're able to use your Unite moves without really thinking too much of the, what time you need to use it to have it back at Ray, because you can really get it back very, very fast. Now, having said that, you also need to get to level 9 fast, right? So Choice Specs will really help with that, especially if you're a Pikachu in lane. You want to be able to secure those neutral farms away from your opponents, right? And so Choice Specs really helps with that additional damage, and it gives you that greater chance of securing those neutral farm, which in turn should get you your levels quicker, and then get your combos ready to go as well. Slick Spoon is great as well, especially for the combo I'm going to talk to you about, because it will shred their special defense, allowing your Pokemon and their moves to do extra damage as well, right? Now, let's talk about the movesets. So, Pikachu, you've got choice between Thunder and Electro Ball, as well as Volt Tackle and Thunderbolt. Now, there are two, main sets that people are running. One is the Volt Tackle Electro Ball. This is like, I call it the non-aiming set, because everything is sure hit, right? If you lock on with Volt Tackle, lock on with Electro Ball, it will always hit them, unless they have, a passive or something like that. And the other one is Thunderbolt and Thunder. Those are the two main sets. Thunderbolt, Thunder. Thunderbolt will stun an enemy in place, or a group of enemies, whereas Thunder is constant damage in that area of effect. And in my opinion right now, Thunderbolt and Thunder can do massive amount of damage. And that's the set that I would normally gravitate to, unless they have a lot of speedsters, in which I think Volt Tackle is a great play as well. Electro Ball is pretty nice. It's worth running if you're looking for some type of secure, but I think if you're truly playing that backline role, doing that poke damage and a bit of like stun on the enemy team, Thunderbolt Thunder is the way to go. Now, let's talk about how you should run this step, and the one tip I would advise you guys to do in order to continually do a lot of damage from the backline. Thunderbolt is essential to be used first before your Thunder if you're engaging in a fight and you want to do damage to them. The reason being, Thunder has no CC on the enemy team, and you can see here, if I don't use my Thunderbolt first, the Azumarill can just walk out of the AoE. But the fact that Thunderbolt has such a low frequency and you can chain it with your Thunder means that you can stun them in place, immediately put down your Thunder, and they have to take the entire Thunder's damage. And this, compounded by how frequent you can use this combo, will really give you fantastic results in terms of damage, and allow, teammates such as a Zoroark or a Mew, something like that, to really finish off the job. Or, something like a Leafeon as well. You really want to... It's a Pokemon where you can really set the team up to clean up, basically. Because you can deal a lot of damage, and it's not just on one person, like, for example, Volt Tackle. It is in that area of effect, right? So, in this game, I remember we were struggling quite a bit. They did roll us at top, but as you will see, and we'll talk to you about how throughout the game, we really stayed resilient. And with the amount of poke that we had, we managed to get enough levels and make a comeback. So here I'm doing the blue buff, even though they're pushing top, because I want to get that level 9, which is very, very important on Pikachu. I'm just hoping the team holds it out a little bit longer, and I'm looking for my level 9 here. So look at the Hoopo's low. Thunderbolt Thunder there, look at that. Stuns the Hoopo. Gives us level 9, and it's just quite unfortunate. We did proc our Unite there, but we get instantly Slowbro United, which is a little bit unfortunate, I would have to say. However, coming back there, you can see we're already at 41%. We just used our Unite there. Yes, we were KO, but having 50% in a span of like 20 seconds is really, really incredible. And you really need to abuse this on Pikachu, right? So you want to make sure your lane phase is good enough so that you can get your level 9 as early as possible. This game, I got it a little bit too late, right? Because we did get rolled early game. But once I do have my Unite, I'm really looking to do any farm I can so that I can use it to engage, right? And the other tip I would have to say that would be great to synergize with your Unite move is put your Thunderbolt down before your Unite move. You know, similarly, you can do that with Volt Tackle as well. You proc your Unite and then Volt Tackle so that they get stunned for that duration. You want to do something similar for your Thunderbolt Thunder combo as well. You want to Thunderbolt them, ideally, with your Thunder, and then Unite them, because not only are they going to be taking the Thunder damage, they'll also be taking the full damage of your Unite move as well. Right, so that's something really important. You see we had a great Unite at the bottom there to clean up and break that bottom pad. We're still quite behind. The top is going to be kind of the win con here. Because if they push this in, it might be game over, right? So I'm up top here. I'm waiting for the Slowbro to really gain vision. Too bad our Azumarill is trying to back up, and our Venusaur is nowhere to be seen. So I had to eject there. Unfortunately, we did not land a solid combo there. The Espeon will be able to take us out. And talk about Espeon as well. Pokemon such as Espeon or Umbreon with passives that allow them to negate one of the CC instances. It's very important to try to use your Thunderbolt on them. Because, like I said, Thunderbolt has such a good, low cooldown. You can use it to really check them and make sure that they don't have the passive for the actual engagement for your team. We Unite once again. Unfortunately, we'll get taken out. But look at this. Zorak was able to clean up for us. And then, giving both us levels and also them. So we're level 13 for the Ray fight. It's actually not too bad. You can see we're 50% right now on our Unite move. I'm not panicking at all because we have 40 seconds to farm and the tick goes up so quickly on your Unite charge. It's quite incredible. We get a nice 50 on top. We're still behind, but that really sets us nicely for the fight. Essentially because if we're not losing too much, right, getting that Rayquaza, right, when there is a Ray, there is a way. We're going to be able to come back here. So they do get the bottom Regirock, which is not ideal, but giving us that 50 score on top, I think really is okay. Right, it's kind of a trade. What I'm looking here at the Ray fight is to Thunderbolt them to get a good engage on as many people as possible, and then Unite immediately for my team to clean up. Right, so here we go. Venusaur unites a little bit early here. I'm looking to flank them and try to back them up. I want to make sure my own combo. Look at that massive Thunderbolt into the Thunderstorm Unite move. That cleans up the Azumarill. We're going to eject for the Hooper as well. And with both the Hooper and the Azu dead, I'm going to start this because we are behind and they don't have too much secure in the team. I'm trying to check the SB here. I see the Slowbro pop the passive on the Espeon. I put my Thunder Bolt on the Rayquaza to secure, right? And then we managed to get that in the end. And now, even though our shield is broken, we're going to try to enable the Slowbro to score there as well. So a very, very quick fight at the Rayquaza, but we really had a great engage. And, our team obviously backed up there. And we're going to be getting a nice 50 without the shield as well. Super, super nice. And look at that. The Glaceon cannot move. With the Serve and the Thunderbolt combo, you really, really can do massive amount of damage. So, 50 seconds left. Obviously, they can still score. We've scored, I think, 2 times in both of the top and bottom pads. So, we're probably around 200 points ahead. Maybe 150, depending on how big the overcap was. I'm going to get us safely another 34. I get my Unite move back. I'm trying to back here, but I remember the Azu is here, so I immediately Unite. At this point, I just want to try to make it back alive here. And this is something really funny. Look at this. You can constantly stop the Azu from chasing you down if you manage to place your Thunderbolt correctly. And look at that Thunder as well. You can kind of lead it on a little bit. Essentially, the cooldown is so quick that you are really able to get out of a lot of the tight situations, right? Pikachu doesn't really have a lot of mobility, but what it has is perma-stuns on the enemy. And with that, 2 seconds to go, we're going to be finishing the game with 9-8, right? We were behind the entire game, but you can see if you do give Pikachu the levels and use your Unite move properly, you're still able to win games and secure Rayquaza with your moveset as well. 180 scored, and look at that, 138. You don't normally think Pikachus can do that much damage, right? It's all about the stuns, but if you're consistently stunning your enemy and then them taking the entire Thunder, from one person. Imagine if there's a group of enemies, right? Or taking that thunder damage over and over again, you can also do this massive damage from the backline. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. But go try out Pikachu. It is really, really underrated. And it's also only 6k in the shop. So go try it out and let me know how it goes. Alright, see you guys.